Now, here's another interesting story, people. How about, can somebody say, oh, goon? Karma is so sweet. Now, listen to this. Police shot and wounded each other when they tried to shoot a black teenager. I love it. I love it. Yes, I do. Okay? Hashtag Ogoon. Somebody please put it in the chat. Hashtag Ogoon. Okay? Police shoot each other when they try to shoot a black teenager. Let's talk about it. 2 Oklahoma City Police Department officers shot each other in an attempt to shoot an African-American teenager that they were chasing. Now, they don't list the teenager's real name. They'll just call him Ray for the article's sake. Now, Ray was running from the police after a squad car pulled over next to him while he was walking home from an Apple store. He heard the officer say, suspect is in possession of a stolen phone, and he looks armed and dangerous. This is what the cop said. Suspect in possession of a stolen phone, and he looks armed and dangerous. Now, the 18-year-old who had just bought a phone 15 minutes prior, he heard the officer say this, and he assumed that he was afraid because he thought the officer assumed that he was armed. So he decided to run for his life because he did not want to be in the presence of police officers who considered him armed and dangerous. Here's the thing. Why would they consider him armed and dangerous when they clearly saw no gun? Because he had no gun. Thank you, J-Rock. That's right. Hashtag Ogoon. They saw him with a cell phone. They go ahead and say that he stole it, that he's in possession of a stolen phone. First of all, how do you know that someone has a stolen phone and they didn't pay for it? Second, why did he lie and say that he was armed and dangerous? Well, because they were planning to kill him. He was already setting up the stage, okay? That's what he was doing, racist people. Okay, so anyway, the boy goes on to say, I ran into an alley and felt like I am going to have an asthma attack and decided to hide among some garbage that was piled up in the alley. I only saw one officer, so when I heard his footsteps pass by, I came out and ran back to the street, only to find that I'm in the midst of 2 officers. I was trying to put my hands up when 4 shots rang out, and the 2 officers fell down. Hilarious. Ray was grazed by 3 bullets on his ear, to both sides of his cheek. To both sides of his neck. And 1 bullet had to go through the, hold on. Ray was grazed. Okay, one officer. This is one officer. Ray was grazed on his cheek. On his cheek or whatever, and his ear. Now, one officer had a bullet go through his shoulder, and the other had a bullet in his neck. The teen said he ran to safety and then called the ambulance. I wouldn't have called anyone, okay? You gonna sit there and lie and say I'm armed and dangerous and start shooting? No. What I wouldn't have done is called 911, period. His parents later took him to the police station where they learned that the real criminal, listen to this, people, where they learned that the real criminal he was mistaken for was apprehended and he wasn't even black. Okay? He wasn't even black, people. Pay attention to the BS. Now, the officer who was shot in the neck, by his partner lost too much blood and died. Hashtag Ogoon. That's all I have to say about that. I have no sympathy, no empathy, or any of it. Because they tried to kill him. But instead, one of their own ended up dead. That's how it should go. All right? Brought it on yourself. No sympathy here. Sorry, not sorry.